everybody. Hey!
Hey! Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm your host, Brandon. Alongside me always is Andrew and Chris.
Hey.
Hello.
Today, we are going to be talking about our favorite movies of 2018. It is the end of the year, and it is that time again.
Favorite movies of 2018 that came out in 2018.
Yes, that came out in 2018, and that we watched.
Yeah,
And that we watched.
which negates the list quite a bit.
Yes,
unfortunately.
we've not watched a lot of movies that came out in 2018.
Which is stupid to admit because we have a movie channel. But...
Yeah, but
things happen. But we also focus on a lot of old stuff on this
I
channel.
guarantee you, for every new movie that I haven't watched, I bet I've watched 5 old movies.
Yeah, when you dedicate 6 months to Halloween and Friday the 13th, there you go.
That's true too. That's true too. Obviously our priorities are different. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to count down 5 of our favorite movies of the year. Like I said, keep in mind that we have watched. As of this recording, Aquaman is being released, and we have not seen that one. Bumblebee, a few others around that time. We haven't been to the theaters. I've been to the theater, but
Chris is ready to watch Mary Poppins.
yeah, Return of Mary Poppins or whatever that is.
Hey, spoiler alert, people. I've never watched the first Mary Poppins.
This guy, I don't understand that,
Dude, a British woman?
Anyway, we're gonna count down 5, and then
Oi,
we'll do honorables before number 1 is what we're gonna do. So number 5. Andrew, give me your number 5.
My number 5 or my honorables?
Let's do 5 first. We'll do honorables before we do number 1. Countdown.
Oh, okay. Boy, I had this list in my head and it just went.
If you do your honorable, let's do honorables.
My number 5 is Deadpool 2.
Okay.
I'll let you guys talk about that because it's probably farther down your list. But
It's a little bit higher up for me. Yeah, it's a little farther down.
I enjoyed Deadpool 2, but there's so few other movies I enjoyed quite a bit more.
Yeah. I think you've seen a few more in theater that I haven't seen yet, too, that hasn't even made it to DVD quite yet.
Yeah, that's where I've seen just about all mine.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Deadpool 2. I actually enjoyed Deadpool 2 more than I did Avengers this year. Not by much, but a little bit. And I think, there has been a large number of people come out in favor of the first one. Over the second one, but I actually like the second Deadpool more than the first one.
Really?
I do. I think it's just because there's a lot more going on. It's just wackier and crazier.
Wrong.
And the Brad Pitt cameo.
You're wrong.
The Brad Pitt cameo was one of the funniest things.
No, I can see that.
Ever.
It was very good.
The Terry Crews stuff.
Yeah, all the X-Force stuff was great.
Was...
And I liked it. I liked the first Deadpool a lot, and this was a close second to that. But I think it was a close second to this one. I think this one's better.
I like the first one better.
I like the first one better, but that said, I like the X-Force stuff. That made the whole movie for me.
Did.
That whole section.
Yeah. Chris, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Death Wish. And it is by far...
Hey, there's no wrong list here.
Dude,
No.
It is by far not a good movie.
I put Captain Underpants on my honorable mentions last year, so there you go.
Yeah,
Well,
you
that's
did.
true.
You did. I don't feel bad at all.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad at all.
Hey, Death Wish was a good movie.
I
It wasn't
I
that bad.
liked Death
It wasn't that bad.
I liked it.
It was a respectable remake.
Yeah.
I
I
think.
like the originals a lot.
Oh, I do too. But I think this was respectable.
It was.
I mean, and because we'd watched it, I'd watched it before you, but I remember watching it with you actually not too long ago. And one thing we both really admired about it and really liked about it was a lot of the realism surrounding the guns and how things were.
They got a lot right.
A lot of that stuff they got right.
Well, like
little things matter.
The first time, spoilers obviously, but like the first time that he actually kills a guy, it's not easy. Like he has trouble with the gun. It bites the shit out of his hand.
No, yeah, he got sick.
He got sick. I mean, it's very realistic.
I haven't seen this yet. I'm ashamed to say because I honestly forgot it came out after we did our Death Wish episode. Do they follow the architect storyline and all that stuff too?
No.
In this
one, he's a doctor.
He's just a regular Joe Schmo, though.
He's a doctor in this one. Yeah.
Yeah, but some, let's say some good fortune or bad fortune, whatever you would say, falls on him. He ends up finding one of the people that did the bad stuff to his family, and so that's it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it is a lot of fun. It's not a very good movie, which I mean it's not bad either. It's just it's a typical action movie, I guess you'd say. I'm glad they took the rape stuff out. I'm very glad they took the rape stuff out.
Yeah, me too.
I wish Jeff Goldblum would have been the one to do the bad stuff, but I guess they couldn't get him for this.
Damn.
Whatever.
Been awesome.
It would.
They keep his dialogue in.
No.
Ooh.
No, I wish they would have. I wish
Well, I'll
they
tell
would.
you what.
Rich cunt.
Rich cunt.
Brandon.
Number 5 for me was actually a more recent one. It just come out. I went to the theater the last week, and it was Spider-Man Into the Verse. And I did not expect that at all. I watched the trailer the first time, and I'm like, it looks okay, but it's not something I really want to go to theaters and watch. It didn't interest me as much as like Venom did, or like the new Spider-Man coming out next year is going to interest me. I don't know. But I went and watched it, and it surprised me heavily, and now it's in my top 5.
Yeah.
It was one of the animation is so slick, like it's all great. It's funny. I mean, it is hilarious. The story is amazing. Everything about the movie is just phenomenal, and you guys haven't seen it, so you have really nothing to say much about it.
But
it is, you got it. Everybody has to see it. If you are a fan of animation, if you're a fan of Spider-Man or Marvel, the Marvel Universe, or you just kind of want to take your kids to something fun, it's good enough for everybody. I think it really is. There's kids in the audience; they were laughing. There was a few parts for even the little kids that can find some goofiness in it. But a lot of heavy tones, a lot of sad tones, but it's great. Yeah. It's all around a phenomenal movie.
I really want to see it.
It's phenomenal. You have to see it.
I really want to see it.
Number 4.
Number 4. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I saw it, and I was like, I don't know what the hell this is I'm watching, but I fell in love with the movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And that's Mandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
You haven't watched it either?
I need to.
This movie is the perfect combination. It's half Grindhouse, half art house.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't do drugs, but I think I would enjoy it. It might be higher on my list if I did.
It might scare you to death. I haven't watched the movie, but I watched a rundown of it, kind of cheating a little bit, because I didn't actually want to see it. I just want to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's outlandish. They're in like 1983, and this hippie cult comes in, and they have these demon biker guys that they summon, and they end up abducting her, and he goes off on a vengeance. And all I have to say is chainsaw fight.
Yeah.
Dueling chainsaws.
He was a logger.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
He was a logger. Nicolas Cage was a logger.
Makes sense.
If you can believe that.
It's
I can.
It's the trippiest movie visually I think I've ever seen.
For anybody listening, look up in the ending scene to Mandy.
Yeah.
And just the look on his face is terrifying.
Yeah. I
don't know why more scary movies don't star Nicolas Cage.
I'm not going to say this is the greatest thing I've ever watched, and it's probably not as good a movie as Deadpool, but at the end of it I was like, wow, what a messed up 90 minutes. I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but it made an impact.
Yeah, that's
where
good.
I'm still
that.
talking about
I mean, sometimes, sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. But at least 10 years from now, you'll remember it.
Yeah.
When somebody says, "Oh, you ever seen this movie called Mandy?" It's totally trippy.
Yeah.
Like, I remember.
I was gonna make it my number 5, and I'm like, I really enjoyed that a little more than I did Deadpool.
Yeah.
So, but I'm strange like that. So, anyway,
that's funny because my number 4 is Deadpool 2. So there you go.
Yeah.
Nothing to talk about.
Nothing to talk about.
No, it was. I enjoyed it a lot. It was really funny. And I hate to say that it's just funny because it is a good action movie, just like the first one. Yeah. They're both good action movies, but the comedy outshines.
100%.
Everything else.
Yeah. Oh, and just I have to go with what I had fun with watching here too.
Yeah.
And honestly, thinking about it now, I might have ranked my Deadpool 2 on my list because it's on my list too. I might have ranked it a little bit too high, but because I don't know, Spider-Man's a little fresher in my mind, and that one's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. And like I said, we haven't seen Aquaman, we don't know. But number 4 for me was Ready Player One. And I know you didn't really like it as much as I did. But,
not as much as you did. I liked it.
Yeah.
I
know you had a problem with some of the tropes of it.
The thing is, the things I disliked about it is what made you like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I think this is one of those movies that'll just split people, and I liked it.
And I don't get me wrong,
it was a good movie.
Don't get me wrong, I do agree with you. I think,
trope.
There's something that we probably will talk about here soon, but there's this thing now where Hollywood doesn't really have the best ideas anymore. It doesn't seem like, and we've actually been thinking about doing a discussion on that. But I do agree with that to an extent. There are things that you've seen before. Most of you've seen before. The formula you've seen before. But I think it's just been such a while since we got one of those classic Spielberg adventure-themed kind of movies where that felt so original and old, like a Back to the Future did or something. Yeah. And I feel like this one was one of those. And I had a lot of fun watching it. There's a lot of nostalgia, and you're trying to pick apart stuff that you recognize. But I think it's great. Like, all around, I thought it was great. It had a good message. Even at the end, I thought it was a good message. Because because they got too far into what they were doing, and then they all realized in the end, or at least the main character did, that the idea is still to be involved with people, to talk to people, to live your life in the real world. Reality is real, and I thought it had a good message at the end. But it was fun all the way through.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, and it had a lot of really cool action.
Yeah.
Too.
I'll check that one out.
The car scene,
Oh, you definitely need to check it out.
The race car scenes were awesome.
Yeah, those were really fun. Was that number 4, number 3,
yeah.
Andrew?
Number 3 is probably going to make two of you mad. Because I know it's number 1 on both.
I wake
lists.
up pissed every day.
Yeah, me too.
And we'll talk about it when
That's what fuels me.
We'll talk about it when we get to
drives me.
Your guys, but number 3 for me is Halloween. And
stop.
Yeah, stop the video. Podcast. Shut the studio down.
The reason why
I can't do the broken record sound.
My number 2 I definitely like better, and
skip.
My number 1 I really had a debate between it and my number 2, and I liked them both just a little bit better in Halloween.
Yeah,
I liked Halloween, but I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of new ground.
Yeah,
Oh no, I definitely agree.
Feel you.
I feel you.
That's the same thing with me and Brandon on his last one. Is the reason why Halloween doesn't rank near as high on your list is the reason why it ranks so high on mine.
Right, exactly.
Because I like it. I'm a creature of habit.
Me too.
I like the
except for Ready Player One.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No.
Depends on the situation.
Well, yeah, and
a lot of it does.
It is. You're biased about, and you want your certain things a certain way.
Exactly.
And that's just the way it is.
And
it's gonna be a running
human
theme.
Beings are just we don't know what we want.
No.
We all say we want something different until we get that different thing, and then we want the same.
Well, you're going to hear it from me, especially us, probably me especially on this channel a lot, or in this show a lot about me. I'm a creature of habit, but I also want things. I want certain things a certain way. I have a certain vision on Batman. I have a certain vision on Halloween. I have a certain vision for James Bond, and and those 3 especially we've talked about on this channel I'm very passionate about, and I want it a certain way. So I get it. At least in those situations I can understand wanting to be more or less the same or in my own way. And I think, like you said, I think Halloween falls to that more for that.
We can touch on that a little more a little bit.
But
nah.
Yeah, I'm done. You picked number 3. What did you pick number 3?
The Avengers.
Okay. I too picked Avengers just so we can get it out of the way. I picked Avengers.
For number 3?
Number 3, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I almost hated. Okay, if you would have asked me earlier in the year, I would have said Deadpool 2 was better than Avengers Infinity Gauntlet. Or Infinity War, whatever. Infinity Gauntlet is the comic book. That's what it should have been fucking called. I'm sorry. Anyway, I would have picked Deadpool 2 over the Avengers earlier in the year when I first seen them. But since then, I've watched both movies again. Once you know all the punchlines to Deadpool 2, it's not as... I don't know. I'm.
It doesn't hold up as well as a second viewing of Avengers. Like, it doesn't work for you the same.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the second viewing of Avengers, just I don't know. It was very well put together.
Mm-hmm.
It was orchestrated well, I guess you'd say. That's
well, and you probably have a really good point. And I'm going to go ahead and say it real quick too that I'll just give them my number 2 is Deadpool 2. And
great. You ruined the video.
Yeah, so I put it probably way too high on the list.
Hey, we can go backwards now.
Yeah, but we go backwards. No, I put it too high on the list, and I didn't want to skip to number 2 right away. I just wanted to say it, get it out of the way, because we're not going to talk about Deadpool too much, other than right now. But I can kind of see where you're at on that. I probably ranked it way too high, but Avengers probably would hold up a lot better.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why it's. If you, like I said, if you would have asked me earlier in the year, if you would have asked me after watching both movies for the first time, I would have said.
Well, and I'll be honest, I haven't watched Avengers. I watched Deadpool 2 a couple times this year, but I haven't watched Avengers more than the time once in the theater. I think it's once in the theater that I watched it, so I haven't watched it again yet. And maybe I would feel differently.
It's a good.
I mean, I remember most of it.
It's a good, just like the other Marvel movies. They're good to watch over again.
I may have felt like. I think I'm going a lot off of feeling and hype and what I felt after or during watching it too.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know, I had a lot of fun with both of them, but I had a lot more fun with Deadpool, I think, at the time. And I mean, they were like a week apart or 2 weeks apart. So I mean, it's really close. Disney was really stupid in that month anyway. They had Solo there.
And next year they're going to have Endgame and Captain Marvel's going to be like what?
A month
before.
It's not that different, yeah. Maybe.
Man, who gives a shit about Captain Marvel?
I know,
now?
right? I don't care.
You dropped that Avengers trailer, baby. I don't give a shit about Captain Marvel.
I didn't care about it beforehand.
Dude, I ain't never seen such a blank stare from an actress in my life.
I will say though,
she makes the Twilight actress.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's worse than Nicole Kidman in every movie she's ever been.
Yes.
in.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's something about
what's her name?
Brie Larson.
And
I liked her at first, but
she's terrible.
She's so bad.
What else is she in?
What else?
I don't believe it.
Too much stuff, apparently.
I don't believe it.
Anyway,
she's in anything. I don't believe it.
I also would like to point out that I had a lot of fun with Avengers in the theater.
Making kids
cry. Kind of unintentionally. I just don't know how to keep my mouth shut or to keep it down a little bit when I'm excited. But no, that one. There's one specific moment where I was probably a little bit too much of an asshole, but I also didn't realize something. Me and Chris were sitting in the back of the theater, and this mom and this little boy and another woman were in front of us, and
he's a caretaker, I'm assuming.
I guess because
we don't know. For all purposes of this video, we do not know that this kid is retarded.
We don't know.
What did you guys do?
We don't know. He
could just be really soft.
Yeah, I agree.
We come from a different area and a different generation than a lot of other kids. He could just be a soft kid.
Yeah, and I went in there and I said, we were
Captain America dead.
Yeah, Captain America
dead.
dead. And Iron Man will survive. No, he dead too.
No, he did too.
And this kid had heard me.
They all did.
And his fucking kid is crying and asking his mom stuff. Crying. And man,
that's not true, Mom, is it?
Oh boy, I was like, oh no.
Looking back on it, I don't think he was retarded.
She hates you now. You know this, right?
Oh, I guarantee it.
You know what? I hate her. I don't care. Like, I've been waiting for this. When was Iron Man? What 2006? 2008. Yeah. Okay, I've been waiting for this fucking movie since 2008. And you bring your shitty ass little kids in there. Start crying when Iron Man gets stabbed. Fuck you, man. He's old. He needs to die.
Dude, everybody was just sniffing and crying.
Tony Stark's old.
When Spider-Man went and everything else, it was
that was the best part.
I know.
Everybody.
I know. I was laughing. I was just jumping up and down laughing.
Yeah, they all did.
Everyone's crying and everyone. Oh, it's great.
Oh my
I'm like,
god!
you motherfuckers don't realize all this is going to be undone.
They
in
announced
a year.
Avengers 4 before this Avengers came
Yeah,
out.
all this is going to be undone. You guys all crying for no reason. And then you got this kid and just sobbing, like ugly crying.
They killed Groot.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and assume, and for mine and our viewers' sakes, that this kid was not retarded.
I don't think he was.
I'm hoping not at this point.
No, I mean he may have been.
I'm just going to say he wasn't, because it's going to make me sound a little bit better.
This may be our most viewed video for the wrong reasons.
I hope.
Oh,
so.
I guarantee it.
Oh, you can't use the hard R. Fuck y'all. If he's retarded, he's retarded. I can say the fucking word. It's in the dictionary. I don't give a shit.
Andrew number 2.
Sorry, getting a little worked up. I hate that. I hate that they say you
know.
can't say retarded.
I know.
If he's retarded, he is retarded.
Well, and
That's the facts
we
of
also
life.
come from like I said, another generation where, the 90s and early 2000s, we used to say, "Oh, that's gay."
Yeah.
I still do.
Oh, it's not even that. It's not. Sorry for interrupting your
That's
video.
okay. No, this segues nice into my number 2 because it's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, okay.
It's talking about being
Oh
gay.
yeah, we're talking about being gay.
That's
Talking about some gay stuff.
Went and watched
Cowboy butt sex. He should have sung that.
he should have. Because we were having.
went and watched Bohemian Rhapsody, and I thought for the longest time this was going to be my number 1. I figured it would just drive Brandon nuts that it was, but it actually got passed up by another movie. But I really love Bohemian Rhapsody. It's not entirely, historically, timeline-wise accurate, but
That's okay.
yeah, I mean, they do some things out of sequence, like they're playing Fat Bottom Girls in a club in 1974.
Oh, yeah,
that record came out in, 78.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, so stuff like that. But as far as recreating everything, especially at the end when they're playing Live Aid, that whole scene's really good. The CG,
Yeah.
it's kind of forget you're watching.
That was like
CG.
his most notable performance for Queen.
Oh
really.
yeah, that's one of the most notable performances of any band ever.
Yeah, yeah. It was, and especially he was like fighting illness. He was like sick that day, real bad. So
I think they were almost done completely until they did that concert.
Well, and they talk about it. They had they'd been separate. He'd been doing a solo thing up to that point, and and they kind of called him out for being a dick that entire time. So it's really good. I know these guys haven't seen it.
No.
If
I really want to.
I do want
I don't know
really
if it's
want
still in theaters, but when it comes on DVD, Blu-ray, get that crap. That's good.
Blu-ray, son. Fuck around with that DVD.
DVD. What's your number
I'm
2?
a redneck. I ain't no hillbilly.
What's your number 2, Chris?
My number 2, speaking of being redneck, my number 2 movie of the year, which, surprise, surprise, is not, I want to say real quick, I hate, my list makes me look like a teenager.
The teenage boy.
And I hate the fact that we actually do movie reviews, and this is my list, but... Man, Predator's my number 2, man. It was the funnest. It was the funnest movie I've watched this year. It's one of the funnest movies I've watched in the last 10 years.
Really?
It is.
I don't know about that, but I
fun as hell.
It is fun. It is fun. You watched it, right?
It's hilarious.
No, I was the one. I said, let's do a review on Predator, and then I didn't go watch it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we ended up going to watch it thinking you were going to watch it.
Jackass.
I don't care. Like,
no, it's good. It was good.
Thomas Jane. Yeah, Thomas Jane.
Oh, best part of the movie.
Completely stole the movie.
Yeah, 100%.
From every actor in the whole movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was even
Keegan-Michael Key was close second.
Keegan-Michael Key and him together.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That scene, though.
We've got to have...
We can't talk about it because Andrew hasn't seen it.
Dude, the scene.
This scene.
Yeah, cover your ears.
Cover those ears.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this review next week.
Okay, dude.
Go ahead.
Okay.
We're going to ruin this movie for you, but
just this one scene.
At the very end, they're like bickering back and forth the whole movie. They're like best friends or whatever.
Yeah. Almost kind of seems weird, how close. Anyway,
but they're at the very end,
and he's got Tourette's, by the way. Mm-hmm. Thomas Jane does.
Oh wow,
yeah. Keegan-Michael Key is like up in a tree, like pinned, I don't know if it was like a
No, he was in
spear.
the, he was. I don't know. He was in the. He was in the
at the
ground.
bottom and
Yeah.
Thomas Jane was in the tree? Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah, they were fighting
So
his
it was
predator.
opposite.
Everybody was fighting his predator.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
both kind of sacrificed themselves to get
Yeah.
the predator.
Yeah, he gets mortally wounded. He's bleeding out, laying down by a tree trunk.
And they
Thomas Jane gets fucking impaled basically, and they both know they're dying, and they like both lock eyes,
yeah,
and they just
and it keeps going back and forth between them.
and they know they're gonna die, and they look at each other and they know, and they just like they nod.
Yeah.
Like they're
Like
gonna go out
real
together,
serious.
and they point their guns at each other and shoot each other
Yeah.
to finish each other
Oh,
off.
dude.
Funniest.
It's the funniest scene in the whole
I
movie.
swear
And there's
to
a
God.
lot of funny scenes.
Oh yeah, no, this was the best. I knew right then and there what kind of movie this was because it was kind of back and forth.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I was glad there wasn't that many people in the theater
Oh,
that
man.
night because I laughed so fucking
Dude.
hard out loud, and I was laughing for like 10 minutes.
What is
I
it?
couldn't stop laughing
Tom, okay,
because
so
it
there's
was like a Key and Peele sketch. Like it was just, it was the funniest thing.
Olivia Munn is in it, and she's a total
Awful.
waste of space.
Awful.
But there's one scene where they save her, but she thinks they kidnapped her, and they got her in this hotel room. And Thomas Jane, who has Tourette's, does he say eat her pussy or
Yeah, he's like, eat my pussy or something weird, and
eat
she's
your,
like, did you
eat
just?
your pussy? And
Yeah.
she's like, did you just say you'd eat my pussy? And he's or something about whatever. And he's like, I don't remember what he says.
Yeah.
but it's a terrible cover up.
Yeah, it was a terrible cover up, and everybody's like backing him. That's what he said. That's what he said.
It's,
All I gotta say is you guys had me at Thomas Jane.
dude.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know he was going to be.
I
there.
didn't either.
I would have jizzed my pants on the way to the theater.
Yeah. I agree. It was thinking about it now. I didn't even put Predator on my list, but that was fun.
Yeah.
It's my all honorable mention.
Yeah,
that
see,
one.
look at him getting all excited talking about it. See,
I know.
it's on his list. He just didn't put it
Yeah,
there.
I'd have to probably swap that one or something.
Well, you're on number one now.
I am. Well, you,
Pass
go
this
ahead.
up.
You guys go ahead.
No.
Halloween.
Well, I mean, that's mine too.
I
so.
know. Yeah. Ours is Halloween.
We've talked about it for fucking
I know.
a year.
I know.
We've talked about
it's what we
Halloween
wanted.
for a year.
It's pretty much everything I wanted in a new Halloween movie. There's a few things here and there we talked about in our review.
The Doctor.
The Doctor was kind of weak and
Yeah.
weird. I thought they could have done that better, but man, everything, and there's a lot of unexplored territory, like some of her friends and the dance and stuff that they didn't really go to.
Yeah.
There's some things I would change, but I, by and large, had fun with it, and it's definitely in my top 5 Halloween movies now.
Yeah.
Maybe top 4, depending on what we're talking. And it's a solid entry.
Yeah.
So I loved it, and it helps that the mask was tolerable. It's
Dude.
really good.
Carpenter's score.
Oh, dude, good, so good. So Andrew, well, we didn't do our honorable mentions. I guess we didn't do that. Let's do our honorable mentions.
I don't think. Oh yeah, I do have.
Yeah.
Let's do those before Andrew unveils the number
Before?
one.
Before?
Yeah, let's do it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give him the number. We'll give him the last reveal because we've already.
I got a
ours.
real dad. I got a real dad one.
Okay.
Hotel Transylvania 3.
That's a dad one.
Loved it though. Loved
Not
it.
Incredibles
That's no, I ain't watched that Incredibles bullshit. Come at me, internet. I don't give a shit about your Incredibles.
You're too much.
Oh, well, that was a big child. Man, I was like 15 when that came out. I don't give a shit about Incredibles. That's like if I said, "Oh, Street Sharks, the movie is coming out." People that love the Incredibles would be like, "Who the fuck's Street Sharks?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Pink Cadillac and Dinosaurs? Who the fuck is Cowboys?"
Why the fuck does was it the poly?
Yeah, how does the posi track?
Yeah, how's the posi dragon on Plymouth work?
It just does.
Why are boobs good?
They just are.
I
don't really have many other
honorable mentions.
honorable mentions.
Honorable.
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 I'm gonna try that.
Honorable.
I don't know.
Sounds like you're
man.
saying honorable.
I haven't seen any other movies really. I've watched some rundowns of movies from some reviewers. Cheating, I guess you'd say.
Cheater.
And
Cheater,
but you know what? That's a good way to tell if you're gonna like it, I guess.
Mine, I got a couple. Mine probably I'd have to go honorable mention Predator, obviously, for me. Mission Impossible Fallout.
I haven't seen that. I want to.
It's very good. I think they're getting. I don't know if they're getting. Like, I don't know if everyone's better than the other, but like these last 3 have been solid. They're getting good. They're just they stay good. They've gotten really good and they stay good. Another one is Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, I will. That is honorable mention.
I don't.
I
think
love the
was,
darkness.
I do too. I don't think it was as good as I wanted it to be.
I hated the last scene, the scene on top of the building. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like all of it. But
very Crowish. Yeah. Speaking of, we just did The Crow.
But I like,
very Crowish.
I like the movie though. I like the movie.
I did. I like the dinosaurs in it.
Oh, I did too.
Dude, yeah, the ocean dinosaur.
Yes. Scary son
Scurry.
Scurry.
Dude.
What's your honorable mention?
No, he's got number one.
Well, I guess I got these two. We were talking earlier. Jumanji was pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet.
I enjoyed it.
I know.
It was a really good take on the old one.
Oh, I forgot about.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Ant-Man so bad because I love the first Ant-Man.
I know.
And this is why I don't watch superhero movies all that often. I watch Deadpool because it's Deadpool. I'm super excited for Hellboy next year because that's a comic I actually read.
Yeah.
But the only other one I could say, and you guys are going to make fun of me for it probably because I've heard it already, Solo. I thought Solo was good, but not good enough to be in a top 5.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I will.
Hey, the end, though? The end of Solo. Darth Maul?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's the
I
only
don't
thing
think they're going to go anywhere with it.
Probably not. I hope they do.
I hope they do.
I hope they do the Obi-Wan movie they're talking about.
I doubt it.
Anyway, Andrew, what's your number one?
My number one, I watched today, A Quiet Place.
Okay, I saved that for an honorable mention because I was wondering if that was going to be it.
I actually, and
that's crazy that you picked number one on that.
Yeah, well,
it is a very good film.
It's totally different.
Too. It is,
and that's one reason I gave it the nod over Halloween because I did love Halloween, but it had to stay true to what it was.
Yeah,
and this was just almost like a survival video game, done the right way. Really loved it. John Krasinski, he's really starting to show what he can do.
Yeah.
As far as, now he's playing Jack Ryan and he's a action star. And
yeah, but
he was really good.
I don't think that's going anyway. It's on Amazon and
Emily Blunt in this movie. Of course, everybody in the preview saw the bathtub scene and everything. Yeah. She is so good in this movie.
Emily Blunt is always good.
I think so too. Which is why you need to watch Mary Poppins.
I think. Oh, is she Mary Poppins for real? Man,
now I'm gonna go watch it.
Now I don't like her. God dang it, Brandon.
But no, I really like this one a whole lot more than I thought I would.
It was really good.
She's in that Sicario.
Is she?
Them taking out the kid at the beginning was something I was not necessarily expecting.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I haven't seen it. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
I didn't know anything about this movie other than the bathtub scene I'd kind of seen. My wife, when I told her I was going to get it, she looked.
It's like the very beginning.
Yeah, she looked it up. She goes, "This is happening already," and I'm like, "Well, thanks a lot." Now,
yeah, it kind of explains. You'll understand it, but it's not that big of a spoiler.
You realize what kind of world you're in for, when
right?
Yeah.
So
and that's what I liked about it. You're totally immersed in the world that they put you in this.
Yeah, you really feel for them, and you feel like you're in it. I mean, everything matters. Every sound is,
especially her situation. She's in.
Oh yeah. Oh man, you just don't know how it's going to happen. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I was explaining it to Amber in there when you weren't in there, and she's like, "How in the world they do that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, any guys got any closing arguments or closing statements?
What are you looking forward to for next year?
Oh boy,
Hellboy. I already said Hellboy.
Hellboy is about it.
Hellboy.
Avengers. Obviously, I already said Captain Marvel is going to be a turd.
They
got the worst actors imaginable for any film.
I am looking forward to Shazam.
Shazam!
I
am too.
Shazam!
I am too.
I am looking forward to Shazam. Disney's got a few movies that I'm kind of wondering how they're going to turn out. Like, they've got a lot of live action stuff.
Oh, dude, have you seen the
like
pictures
Aladdin
from Aladdin?
Oh, God.
What the
that looks awful.
I told somebody the other day, I said, why don't they just pick Sinbad and just and actually fulfill
fulfill
the genie thing?
Yeah, I want to see
Everybody's
it.
talking about him being a genie. Let's do it.
I want to see it.
What do we got coming out horror wise? I haven't
Shaq.
seen.
supposedly a new Child's Play.
Yeah. Oh, dude, have you not seen the last one that came out?
No.
It was like direct to Netflix.
Yeah.
Was it direct to
DVD.
Netflix? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? I did not. I started it with my oldest still awake. I didn't know it was going to be so brutal.
Yeah.
Wow, I had to shut it off fast because it is very brutal, extremely brutal.
I don't know. There's several. I am kind of curious to see what. I mean, the hype train is kind of gone for Star Wars at the moment, but I'm sure it'll pick up again when I see a trailer, and I want to see what they're going to do with it.
There's so many now. They're just not all that special to me anymore.
No, I mean, I don't know. I do. I don't know. I'm looking. I don't know. I'll look forward to it. I'm sure. I was the same way with Avengers Infinity War. I told him, man, I'm just not feeling this shit. And I seen that last trailer that weekend we went, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready. And it was good.
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
I don't know.
I'm sure by the time I see this shit, I'll be.
I haven't seen anything horror. That's what I'm really excited about because of Halloween.
Yeah.
And
I want to see some. I want to see some slasher resurgent stuff going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Get this Friday the 13th crap straightened out.
I really need to get. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It'll probably be another year before we see the studios start kicking out some Halloween-esque. I mean, they can't ignore
the success
of Halloween. They cannot ignore it. They will copy it just like they did the first one. They will make other movies to be like it.
The Scientologists will get Tom Cruise in one.
Yes, I can't wait.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Sign me up.
Bring on 19, baby.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really. I haven't been paying attention to any new movies, obviously. But I am excited for Hellboy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Other than that, and Avengers, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I guess that'll do it for us. What's that?
The Joker movie with Joaquin.
Oh, I'm not interested in that at all.
Phoenix.
I wish you wouldn't even have brought that up.
I am now.
I don't even want to see it.
I'm excited about it.
Don't even want to see it.
I do. I want to see it. I want to see what the hell's going on with it. They say it's not it's not canon, or it's supposed to be something really weird. Like I don't know, like maybe a different universe because that happens in comic books. So
is the new Terminator movie coming out next year?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Terminator 18.
It's supposed to be.
I'm not excited about it, but I'll probably go watch it because I've seen them all in the theater. But...
Is it the 20th Terminator?
I think
maybe.
Well, I think they're retconning everything after 2, right?
Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Okay. It'd be interesting to see.
Don't they do that in every one of them, though?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
None of them count besides 1 and 2 for me. Anyway.
Right. All right, guys. I guess that'll do it for us today in Macho Movie Madness.
God.
And we are out of here. He's already getting up. We'll see y'all later.
Later.